Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport and episode 20 of One Race Wonders. A nice round number. So a little bit different. Let's do someone who could feasibly still get another race one day, but I think that they may be one and done. And they are the newest One Race Wonder on the list. Unless Nikita Mazepin gets the sack, and honestly after watching his debut race I wouldn't be shocked. No, the One Race Wonder for episode 20 is from the year 2020. Of course, it's Jack Aitken. So let's take a look at the career of Mr. Aitken and see why he will probably only get one race in Formula 1. I'm going to have to delete this video if Russell or Latifi get banned or something, but please subscribe and a link to the One Race Wonder playlist in the description. Let's begin.
Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
The British-Korean driver began his career in car racing with various Formula Renault series. In his first season of Formula Renault NEC in 2013, he finished second for Fortec Motorsport despite not winning a race. He was beaten by Matt Parry, whose career has slowly slid into oblivion, being a midfield runner in the Blancpain GT series despite winning a race in GP3. Jack Aitken moved up to Formula Renault Eurocup for 2014 but struggled in the midfield with Fortec, and it was a move to Carinen GP that made Aitken's career, or at least got it started. He took 5 wins in the Eurocup, winning the championship ahead of Luis Delatraz, won the 2015 Formula Renault 2.0 Alps Series ahead of fellow Brit Jake Hughes, and also won the Pro Mazda Winter Series in America, beating Malaysian Ria Tan by a single point. After his all-conquering performances in 2015, Jack Aitken moved to GP3 with Arden International, winning a race in Spa and taking a decent 5th place in the championship. It wasn't a bad start to being on the ladder towards Formula 1, alongside cameo appearances in Euro Formula Open Championship, Spanish Formula 3 and Formula V8 3.5, which saw a few more wins. He changed to the ART team for the 2017 GP3 Championship. He took another win in Hungary, only beaten by teammate George Russell in the championship, although by a fair way. It's interesting how George Russell would be part of the reason for Aitken's sole appearance in Formula 1. There's a bit of history there. Both Aitken and Russell would move up to Formula 2 with ART in 2018, but it was a hard year for Jack Aitken. A single win in Catalonia and only 11th in the final standings, all while teammate Russell was winning the championship. Jack Aitken moved to the Campos team for 2019 and had an upturn in fortunes. 3 wins at Baku, Silverstone and Monza, Campos' first in Formula 2, and a really decent 5th place finish in the championship. These are still Campos' only wins in the series. And in 2020, Jack Aitken joined the Williams Formula 1 Drivers Academy and took his first Formula 1 test at the Styrian Grand Prix, replacing George Russell. He also had another Formula 2 campaign with Campos, but this was the first time since 2013 that Aitken didn't win a race in a calendar year. Campos were off the pace and Aitken would have to settle for a couple of podiums in Silverstone and 14th in the championship. But it would be COVID-19 that would get Jack Aitken his big moment on the big stage. On the week of the penultimate round of the Formula 1 Championship at the Sakir Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton was confirmed COVID positive and would be missing out on that weekend's racing action. Mercedes needed a driver to fill his seat, and rather than choose someone who wasn't racing, they picked their reserve driver George Russell, the man who had been at Williams all year and was getting his break with a front-running team. That meant Williams needed a stand-in for Russell, and in stepped reserve driver Jack Aitken. One man's misfortune is another man's opportunity, but Williams being a backmarker team, it was going to be difficult for Jack Aitken to impress, and it was more a matter of just survive to the end. Aitken did a good job in qualifying, not only beating the also debuting Pietro Fittipaldi in a Haas, but former world champion and most experienced man in Formula 1 history, Kimi Räikkönen. The race wasn't dreadful. Aitken did have a bit of a spin, but did technically beat teammate Nicholas Latifi. Latifi retired with an oil leak on lap 52, but Aitken did beat Fittipaldi on the road for a 16th place finish in the race, finishing on the same lap as the leader, mostly because of a safety car towards the end of the race. But it was a decent debut. It may be the only race in Formula 1 that Jack Aitken ever gets, unless something happens to George Russell or Nicholas Latifi that stops one of the pair from racing. Even then, Dan Ticktum and Roy Nissany are surely also in line for a drive if that happens, and Aitken is in danger of fading away. For now, he is still a Williams Formula 1 reserve driver, so surely he is still number one choice for now. But with COVID becoming less prevalent and measures all the more stringent, then surely the chances of a seat needing to be filled temporarily are shrinking. Jack Aitken is not involved with Formula 2 in 2021 either. Instead, he is announced to be racing in the GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup for the ML Frey racing team in a Lamborghini Huracan. Alongside such racing luminaries as Konsta Lapalainen and Arthur Rougier, a Finn who has only won the SMP Formula 4 Championship, and a Frenchman who doesn't even deserve a Wikipedia page, it's a bit of a step down, and hopefully Jack Aitken can pull a Formula E drive or something, but I think his Formula 1 career is over. If he does have another go, I'll delete this video, but for now, Jack Aitken is a one race wonder. Thank you for watching. The One Race Wonder playlist of 20 episodes is linked down below. Leave a comment, remember to subscribe, leave a like and a share. Thanks again, and have a good one.